Everybody, and welcome to Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network. I am Mark Cook, and I am thrilled that you have joined me on this awesome Friday morning. So, we are getting things started right away, and here we are. We are with Charles and Melissa Cranley. They are going to meet you at Mecha Artisan Chocolates. Good morning, guys, and welcome to Morning Coffee.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
You're quite welcome. So let's talk about it right off the bat. Everybody looks at it and they say Mecha. They say it over and over again. I've said it over and over again this morning. I'm so impressed that I got it right. It's Mecha Artisan Chocolates.
It is.
And let's start right off the top. Where did the name come from?
Well, my name is Melissa,
I'm Charles.
and we just combined the names together.
Look at you guys. That is awesome. I probably should have been able to figure that out, but yeah, well, maybe I'm not as quick as I thought I was. But what you guys are doing over there in the Soha Arts Building on the White Horse Pike, right in Haddon Township, it's awesome, right? Because you're building these small batches of this artisan chocolate, right? This dark chocolate. You're putting flavors and combinations that kind of are a little outside of the box, but they're the combinations that are really kind of changing the savory sensations of people and what they like to try, because let's face it, dark chocolate is hot right now. Everybody likes the health benefits of it. They like what you can do with it because it's so versatile. You can put fruit, you can put all sorts of different stuff with it. So you are the chocolatier.
I am.
Talk to me about this super hot trend of dark chocolate.
Well, you're talking about dark chocolate, and we basically use a 64% because we feel that it goes well with the other flavors. Anything a little bit sweeter, it kind of masks all you taste is sugar.
Right.
Anything darker, all you're going to taste is bitter. So we think 64% is a really good medium
Yeah.
for all the flavor combinations.
And
that we
that's
do.
like a 64% cocoa, right? Like,
Yes.
like the higher the percentage, the lower the sweetness,
Correct.
right? Because they're adding all this other stuff to
Yes,
it.
the higher the percentage, the less additives there are.
Right.
So no sugar, less sugar, and more cocoa mass.
Yes, so when I see that number of 64% over at Mecha, that number is a lot higher than most of the other places, because what they're doing is they're kind of using the chocolate as the traditional chocolate. They think that people want that sweetness right up front.
Right.
And you guys are like, no. The chocolate is going to be sweet almost on its own. It's chocolate, for goodness sake, right? But you guys are putting different combinations
Yes.
with it, and you brought some with it, which we're going to check out. But talk to me about some of the popular items, about some of the great things that you have over there, because I know that you have a few items that are kind of like your signature things.
Yeah. Do you want to?
Sure. I would say our sea salted caramel box is really our year-round product. It's one of our best sellers, and what you get is
Yeah, absolutely.
what you get is a 6-piece sea salted caramel assortment. So you get 6 different flavors, so it gives you a little bit
Cool,
of
let me
variety
check that
back
out.
here.
So we kind of took the sweet and salty to the next level and added the savory aspect in there with the
Right.
rosemary and the ginger and the habanero. So we like to take what's popular and kind of amp it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
kind
gonna-
of give people more of an experience than just eating salt with caramels. We like to throw a little bit more flavors in there, and sometimes people always say, "Oh, I don't know if I like rosemary. I don't know," and we kind of force them to try it.
Yeah.
And when they do, they kind of surprise themselves, and I think that's the coolest part about making
Yeah,
the chocolates.
it is, because I'm looking at the package, and it's like, it's a very cool looking package. I like the font, I like the logo, I like all that stuff. But then I'm smoked habanero, sea salted caramel. Like, that is like hard for me to wrap my head around. I'm kind of excited about it because I'm going to try it in a few minutes, I think, if you guys
It's
let me.
spicy.
Right? But it's like, it's these flavor combinations that you almost have to try to believe how well they work together, and it's got to be a little bit difficult at times, because you are changing the game so much, and you want people to really try. So what are some of the things that you guys do to get out there and try to get people to try your chocolates?
Well, and probably our biggest way to go to market is with the local farmers markets.
Boom.
So every Saturday morning, we're either usually at Collingswood or the Burlington County Ag Center right around the corner here, and just getting out and sampling and talking to the community.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I knew that was going to be your answer. I kind of led you into that, hoping that you were going to go there, because I want people to know that really is a really easy way to find you guys. Go to the Collingswood Farmers Market or the one up in Burlington, and they're there. The chocolates are there. You can buy them. You can try them. You can do everything with the Mecha chocolates at these two farmers markets on top of the what do we call it? What do we call it? Like the chocolatey shop or whatever over there in the Soha Arts Building?
Well, that's an interesting point. We're in the Soha Arts Building, and it's not necessarily a storefront,
right.
Although people can place orders online and pick it up there.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be a little bit more creative when we go to market.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we go to farmers markets and we do events like we did one at Forgotten Boardwalk.
Okay.
So that was a whole different aspect of people, a whole different group of people that we introduced our chocolate to that never had it before. So we like to go out to different places to try to show everyone what we do.
Yeah.
And we find that's the best way.
Best way to really get our name out there, meet new people, get new ideas. So we've done wine tastings, we've done brewery tastings, and things like that.
Yeah.
And just finding new markets to present our
Well,
products.
and it's one of these things, like when you bring great products to market, the biggest challenge that you have is getting people to try them, right? And I know that part of your mindset was to bring a really high-level chocolate to South Jersey, because what happens is that because we're so close to Philadelphia, everybody likes to say, oh, well, if you want that, you got to go to Philly. Oh, well, if you want this, well, you know that the best is over in Philly, right? And I think that you got tired of hearing that because, look, we've got great bakeries in Philadelphia. We've got great chocolatiers in Philadelphia. I'm not saying anything disparaging about any of them. But let me tell you, we got some pretty darn good stuff here in South Jersey, too. And this was part of your mission. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, we both grew up in South Jersey, and to be honest, we were sick of everyone saying, "Oh, do you have to go over to Philly to get anything good?" So there are a lot of great places around here. I mean, just in our building alone, we had Sif Bake Shop, we have Cheese Etc. We have a high-end coffee roaster, excellent, and it's all in South Jersey. And I think people need to get away from that. You have to go over to Philly because there's a lot of good stuff here.
Yeah. And it's a mindset change, right? Because look, where you are over in that building, and like she mentioned, you need to go to the website or the Facebook page or whatever and place your order, and you can pick it up there, but it's not an actual storefront. So if you want to go and see the product, you got to head over to the farmers markets. It's easy enough, folks. You can handle it. Just check out the website or the Facebook page. All the information is there. It's nice and easy. And oddly enough, we're on the internet, so what you can do is you can open up another tab up there, and then you can just go and check them out right now. If you type in Mecha chocolate in Facebook or whatever, it's going to come right up. It did for me. So I know for a fact that I think I got just like halfway through the word and it came up, which is a good thing, right? we don't want to have to type the whole thing. People are lazy. They don't even want to type the whole name of a business. It's like, how many few letters can I type before it comes up? It's almost like the challenge. I do it in Google, I do it in Facebook, I do it in all of them, right? Because it's like you don't want to type more letters anyway. But check them out. That was the point of all of that rambling, was to check them out on Facebook and their website, because they're both very easy to use. Facebook's got a ton of pictures on it, and the website has this neat little clean form. It's a contact form. You fill it out, and then you guys will get in touch with them. So make sure you do that now. What I did, guys, is what I do always. I do this every morning. I ran us into a break. We are now late for a break, so I have to take one now. We will do that, and we'll be right back on Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network. Stick around.
Sub some sizzle. This is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna open those packages in like 10 seconds and rip through them, so just be ready. Enjoy that shot there while they all look nice and they're all in their packages, because I'm about to go nuts, guys. Welcome back to Morning Coffee. I am Mark Cook. This is the Radio Vision Network, and I'm talking to Charles and Melissa from Mecha Artisan Chocolates. And you know what? MechaChocolate.com. Look how easy that is, right? I told people a second ago to open up another tab and go to Mecha, and it's MECHA, chocolate.com, and check them out. All right, guys. So let's jump into it. So, what do we want to do first? Do we want to jump in and try, or do we want to go through this list of like amazing chocolate flavors that I had no idea that you guys have? So you tell me. What do we do?
I think probably a good way to start is going through the summer assortment. So because a nice mix of what we're doing now. So we try to do everything seasonally based on our flavors instead of doing all our chocolate profiles at once. Keep it nice and fresh, rotate through the season, give our customers something new each week.
Yeah, right, because you guys cook in small batches, okay?
Yes.
And this is important. This is an important, and I'm not trying to like derail us here, but it's important to know that when they make their chocolate, they make it in such small batches that they can really tailor their seasonal items and make everything kind of perfect. So not everything is available all year, and that's what makes it kind of special, like during this seasons,
Yes.
to get the certain chocolates. So, Charles, take it away.
All right. So this is our summer box that we're doing right now, and you can find us at the farmers markets. Starting here, working over, we have our raspberry dark chocolate ganache. We have
Okay.
our brand new chocolate. It's a orange and fennel with a little bit of dusting of
Raise it up.
fennel pulp.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
Right next to that is our rose petal ganache. We have a sake and lime ganache. And just on the other side of the label here is our,
Florida Sal caramel.
sorry, I couldn't say it, our Florida Sal caramel. And then last but not least is our Aleppo pepper pineapple ganache.
Aleppo pepper pineapple ganache. Oh my gosh.
Gives you a
That-
little smoky
Yeah, Aleppo
spice.
doesn't have too much of a kick to it. It's more like a throat heat.
Okay.
So
Am I
it's
okay to
like all
open
the
this? Are we?
pineapple.
Can we
Yeah,
try?
yeah,
Can
help
we?
yourself.
Like, and you guys can eat it with me, right? Good. Well, somebody's gonna need to be able to talk. Otherwise, the three of us will just be eating chocolate. So, all right. So let's see what we got here. So I think I've got to try.
Well, you said that the Aleppo pepper was something that jumped out to you.
Yeah.
There's always a favorite of everyone's in a box, so.
All right. So I'm gonna try this one, and then Melissa, you try one, and Charles, you walk us through what we're doing here. I'm just gonna. All right. I was trying to be nice. I'm just gonna grab it.
Well, my favorite, I gotta go classic with the raspberry. So we do have some classic flavors, and we do have some different ones. And I probably still.
Yeah,
use
I'd probably say a good example of another classic one is the Florida Sal. So that's your traditional French sea salted caramel, which is what you see a lot in the marketplace now. That's just our version of it.
Which
So,
one is that one?
That's right there. And then Sake and lime is probably an interesting one. One that came up, I believe, originally with when we're testing out recipes for the booze box, which is a box we do at Father's Day, and we rotate it in occasionally in the fall as well.
The booze box.
Yep, it's
As I spit everywhere. Oh my God! You wanted the news, not the weather. That was terrible. But that's what the chocolate does. It's so juicy. It just jumped out of my mouth. I'm so embarrassed. I can't even believe it. I'm probably 10 shades of red right now. That was terrible. I'm sorry about that, but that was so good. I can't even believe it. Like the subtlety of the flavors. It's just they work so well together. I knew that I was eating a really high quality piece of dark chocolate, but then there were like these hints. The hints of what we talked about, the pineapple and the all over it. It was so good, and now like I'm so embarrassed that just happened. I hope you all watched it, right? Because
put it back in slow mo.
yeah. Oh, great! They're gonna create one of those memes, right? Yeah, that was terrible. Hey, listen, that's a good thing. I told you before, I have no shame, right? It's whatever happened is gonna happen. So, listen, it may happen again. Stay tuned. So. All right. Do we want to open another box, or do we want to keep eating these? Because I have a feeling that everything is it's just one thing is better than the next.
Well, we can get to this box too.
Box?
We also do other things besides caramels, ganaches, and truffles.
Okay.
We actually just introduced our new product, which is his absolute favorite. He makes me bring one home every night. Every time I make it, I have to bring
Which one is that?
So that is this product right here. It's our new salted pecan caramel with a layer of marshmallow.
Wow. All right. So these are Charles's favorites. So we're gonna have him try it. We'll see if his mouth can't water so much that. Yeah. Perfect. Whoa.
And they're pretty big.
You got toppings on them. Now, is this like the?
This is my favorite, and I think our customers. I think that's probably one of my best sellers.
Yeah. This looks awesome.
Butter pecan toffee. I like it because it has the crunchy and the salty and the sweet.
Exactly.
Buttery.
So you get that crunchiness of the traditional toffee, but then we coat it in dark chocolate with a little bit of buttered pecans and sea salt on top. And much like that, the marshmallows also have the sea salt and buttered pecans on top.
This is fantastic. This is so good. And you know what? Look, a lot of people make good chocolate, right? Mm-hmm. There's so much good chocolate out there. This is the chocolate that we have to try, right? This is the benchmark now. You put this up against all of that other chocolate. I'm not saying anything bad about the other chocolates, but you can taste the difference. I can taste the difference. This tastes like a lot of chocolate I've had before. It's just better. It just tastes better because it feels like either the ingredients are better or the chocolate is better. Whatever you're doing it what I like to call with love, with care. You're not cutting corners. You can tell because with chocolate, especially, I think you could tell when you cut corners, right? And
with the chocolate itself, you can tell.
Yeah, and you've gone through this process so deeply that there's no chance to cut a corner, right? You're growing the business, but you're going to grow it the right way. And look, the least we could do is help them out and support them, right? So we're going to go to Mecha Artisan Chocolates, and we're going to try this stuff because it's the best. Okay. So I'm going to chew on this for a second, and Melissa, why don't we tell everybody about this box again?
Okay, so this is actually our mainstay, right?
That's
we sell this in stores too, retail stores. We do it locally around holidays, and then all the time we're up in Cherry Grove in Princeton. So we're trying to get out and do more of that to make it easier for people to buy our chocolates.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the best one that we have on the shelves because it has the packaging and everything for retail. So again, it's the sea salted caramels, and all the salts have different flavors. They're all going to be like the Hawaiian one has a little bit more of a brinier, earthier flavor. Smoked Dotterwood obviously tastes smoky, a little bit coarser salt. The Spanish rosemary, the smoked habanero, and the Thai ginger are all in the salts, but I also infuse the caramels with the rosemary and the ginger, and not the habanero, but the rosemary and the ginger. And I think going back to what you said about the quality is the other reason that it may taste a little bit different is because I make everything very fresh. So that week it's made and then I sell it. So I only make as much as I sell so that the next week you're getting all fresh new products.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. That means that the inventory, it's always fresh, right? You're not getting anything that's been sitting on a shelf for a month.
Correct.
Or anything like that. That's
Even
really
with the
cool.
retail. people.
I'm so afraid that I'm going to do that again, and I'm like, I'm afraid to talk, and I have to talk. I'm sorry, that's what I have to do. It's kind of my job here, but
We're all friends here.
yeah, right. But thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. I am still really embarrassed, but I want to run through some of the flavors real quick. All right, so in terms of the truffles, right? Everybody loves a truffle because it's got like a smoothness or something almost inside the chocolate,
Yep.
right?
And all
So-
the truffles have alcohol in them, so that's our
Oh.
booze box. So our booze boxes are all truffle.
Yeah, I love this booze box. By the way, I think this is
A lot of
a
people do.
great idea. Hey, but you know what? I'm getting the sign right now. I got to take another break. So what we'll do when we come back, okay? We'll go through some of the flavors of the truffles, the ganaches, the caramels, and then you guys that'll be the time when you guys can give all the information to drive people down to Mecha Artisan Chocolate. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break, but we will be right back here on Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network. Stick around.
Today's show is sponsored by Hargrove Demolition, your demolition experts. Hargrove is a family-owned and operated business right here in the southern New Jersey area, bringing you 45 years of demolition expertise. Hargrove has all your demolition needs, from emergency demolition service to demolition equipment rental. Hargrove is one of the state-approved recycling facilities right here in the southern New Jersey area. No job is too big or too small for Hargrove Demolition. Contact them today at one of their 3 locations.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Welcome back to Morning Coffee. I am Mark Cook. This is the Radio Vision Network, and we're wrapping things up with Charles and Melissa Cranley from Mecha Artisan Chocolate. So, guys, you gave me this little brochure, flyer, whatever you want to call it. It's got your logo, the website. This is probably the best marketing tool you guys have, right? Because on the other side of the information, it's got the chocolates, right? So I'm just going to run through some of the titles of them, and then we'll talk in detail about some more of them, all right? So the lineup of truffles, and this is cool. This is I almost look at it like a sports lineup, right? We were watching the Eagles preseason last night. So here we go. Leading off for the truffles, the pistachio Kirsch. That looks awesome. So that's obviously just pistachios, but we want to say that, make sure that everybody knows that these truffles are part of their booze box, right? So all the truffles have just a little bit of a kick to them, all right? So this has a cherry liqueur and pistachios. That's got to be like fantastic, right?
It's delicious.
Yeah. Well, it's the first one on the page, right? So I imagine that one is a top seller. But then you guys do a smoked bacon stout truffle. You do a coconut rum truffle, the double truffle. The truffle shuffle, the double truffle shuffle, that is crazy. Charles, I'm thinking about a name change for that one. Think about it. Then we got the Irish coffee truffle, and who doesn't love Irish coffee, right? The coffee and the whiskey and the chocolate, that's got to be like, mwah, right? So then we move into the ganaches, and the ganache, you like a ganache, right? So we do the double darks, we do the pumpkin pie, we do chai tea, we do cherry heart, we do the sake to me. Sake and lime? Were you guys crazy? You're putting sake and lime in a ganache? It looks awesome. It's got like a little like sushi looking flower on the top. It actually looks a little bit like that. Is that this?
It is that one.
This is it right here? Oh man, I'm gonna try that one in a second. Probably when you guys are talking, that's what I'm gonna try. The sake to me. The nuts about hazel, right? Hazelnuts. I love hazelnut coffee. I don't know if you saw this morning. I had to bring my creamer. It's a big thing of hazelnut creamer. Love hazelnut. Red rose. Rose water. What? Rose water? That's got to be like, is that one of those?
It tastes like roses.
Is that one of those things that you have to like go into like the jungle and tap it out of the stone, right? And then you check it, you're like Indiana Jones, and you're looking at it, and you're like, is this the right stuff? Rose water. That's awesome.
Well, I used to work in an Indian restaurant, and that's rose water is one of the flavors in a lot of their desserts and stuff. So I had to incorporate it because it's part of my past. So.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're feeling what I'm doing here. You can't get these flavors or these things anywhere else. All right. I say that. This is classic. I say that, and then the next one is peppermint patty, right? But not like the peppermint patties that you know. This is the real deal, right? It's a peppermint ganache with her 64% dark chocolate that's just out of this world. Now I got two. I'm not rocking on here. I'm saying I got two that I definitely want to highlight, right? The strawberry balsamic ganache and the mulled spike wine ganache. Charles, tell me about the strawberry balsamic first.
So strawberry balsamic is one we introduced last summer, and every July we do a shutdown just because of the heat, and it gives us a chance to take a vacation, test out new recipes, things like that. So when we came back, we tried the strawberry and aged balsamic ganache, and really was an instant success. So you get that tartness of the strawberries, but then you get the aged balsamic, nice balance with the dark chocolate in there.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm a big strawberry guy. I think that is like really what this is doing is like creates like things in your imagination, and you're like, man, that sounds so good. I wonder what that tastes like. And then the other one we wanted to highlight is the mulled spiked wine, which has mulled spiced red wine and bourbon in it.
Yeah, so we both have kind of a German background. His parents lived in Germany, and my parents are German, so kind of like a homage to our, to who we are.
Yeah, your history, your heritage. That's awesome.
So that was one I definitely had to put in, because when I think of Christmas time for me, I think of mulled spiked wine.
Yeah.
A lot going on there. So you get the hints of orange peel, you get obviously the bourbon and a little bit of heat from the alcohol, but just a lot of spice going on.
I had to add more bourbon in there because I couldn't really taste it, so add a little bit extra.
Your wrist was hurting that day. You just kept going a little
the
more.
wine's okay, but I think it needs a little punch.
Yeah. I like how you make chocolate. That's good. That's a good sign. But you know what? There's so many great things on here, and one of the things that I like about it is that you combine really cool fruit flavors, right? You have a pumpkin pie ganache, you have a raspberry ganache, you have the Aleppo pepper pineapple, which I tried, which made me drool. It was so good, right? And then caramels, you've got your traditional, you've got your regular caramels, and then you've got things like apple cider, your spruce tree, which has rosemary and something I can't even pronounce in it. The fleur de sel, right? That's
French
awesome.
sea salt.
That's so cool. Maple pecan pie.
That's my favorite. That's actually a half caramel, half ganache.
Oh.
So it's a maple ganache and then a pecan caramel.
Oh, and Melissa,
I call it the double decker.
I finally found it. I finally found the one that I was looking for.
Yeah.
I was
Can't
wondering.
get it till the fall.
I was wondering if you had one of these. All right, so in the fall, you need to look out for the Rewind. Ready? So in the fall, you got to look for the PB&P. It's pretzel, caramel, and peanut butter. Oh my gosh, is that not the best thing in the entire world?
I think that's everyone's favorite. That's one that
It's
nobody's
so
afraid
good.
to try.
Yeah, right. I mean, because look, that flavor combination is just, it's tried and tested, right? It's true. I love chocolate and peanut butter. It's not just because Reese's shoved it down my throat my whole life. It's because it's such a great combination. Guys.
We added caramel in there just to.
Yeah, just to kick it up a notch.
Yep,
Give it a
why not?
give it a little boost. So, guys, this has been awesome, but you know, our time is running to an end. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to look into camera 3, and I want you to just invite everybody to the websites, invite them to the farmers markets, whatever information you want to give. As Andy Reid used to say, the time is yours. Take it away.
So thank you for your time today. We're Charles and
Charles
from Mecha Artisan Chocolates. We're based right in Haddon Township, New Jersey, in the Soha Arts Building. You can find us at www.mecha, chocolate.com. And outside of the website, where you can place orders, you can also find us on the weekends at the Collingswood, on Saturdays in particular, at the Collingswood Farmers Market, as well as the Burlington County Farmers Market based right here in Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Great. This was awesome, guys. It's so nice to meet you. This is Charles and Melissa Cranley. They are from Mecha Artisan Chocolates. Check them out. MechaChocolate.com. Check them out. Guys, this was awesome. Thank you so much for coming on to Morning Coffee this morning. We'll see you again down the road, and best of luck with everything, all right?
Thank you.
All right, great. We got to take a quick break, but we will be right back here on Morning Coffee. We still got a lot coming up, all right? Stick around.